world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. Welcome, 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 you guys. I wonder if the internet's loading. Am I even connected to the internet? You know what, I don't think I'm connected to the internet. Oh. Hold on, how do I... Hopefully this improves connection. I don't know if it into this, you guys. It was in Latin America where it happened, but I have something. I have an intense message, and again, going back to things that people have asked me. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Sylvia. If I owe you a picture check, I have not done them yet. I haven't even messaged everybody just yet, but I'm going to message them today. So a lot of good things are coming to the Hispanic people, to immigration, to Latino America. A lot of really good things are coming. The only thing is, I will tell you that there's a lot of bad things coming too. We are nearing the end of times. And I don't want to scare you in the sense like, oh, like where the world is gonna end. But I just literally right before I hopped on, they told me, I had a vision, and they said, warn them. This is a prophecy, you guys. I already told you in my videos that we have about 10 years to fix what we've done to the earth, or we'll be past the point of fixing it. But what they did tell me is said, warn them. Warn them that in the next 10 years, there's going to be problems with water, having water to drink, a lot of water being contaminated. There's going to be huge natural disasters like never seen before, you guys. Worse than what we've seen so far. Worse than what we can even fathom. Destructive. They said, warn them, tell them to save food, tell them to put food. A lot of people ask me, people have been saying that we're not gonna have food, we're not gonna have food, we're not gonna have water, we're not gonna be able to find resources. And I understand why. I didn't understand why. They just gave me the vision. I think a little while ago they gave me the vision, but they just reminded me again right now. Before I hopped onto this live, they said, warn them, tell them there's not gonna be any food, there's not gonna be any water to drink, there's not gonna be any resources. Everything's gonna be contaminated. There's gonna be more sicknesses. There's gonna be more pandemics. There's gonna be more viruses. There's gonna be storms, and just the weather's gonna be like never seen before. Where it's supposed to be cold, it's supposed to be warm. It's gonna be the opposite. Where it's supposed to be cold, it's gonna be warm. Where it's supposed to be warm, it's gonna be very cold. Everything's shifting. Technology's not gonna work. Technology's gonna stop working because the sun's gonna be doing very weird things. The solar flares are gonna continue. We are in this time of make it or break it, fix it or destroy it. Wars are gonna pick up in these next 10 years as well. World wars are gonna pick up. People trying to dominate other countries. People trying to take pieces of their land. People trying to take parts of countries wanting to become their own, breaking apart. We're going to be living a time of things we've never expected. Things have been talked about since when we were little, since when I was little, that every once in a while they say, oh, the world's going to end, this is coming, this is that. One thing that I want to tell you is that this past week, I believe on the 11th, there was this thing that happened in Latino America. I cannot remember exactly where. I cannot remember the name of the place, but in Latino America, people saw this like meteor that was passing, and people were like, what is that? Is that an alien? What's going on? The reason I bring that up is because there was a huge sign, there was a huge revelation right after it, and after that meteor that was passing, which was moving way too slow to even be a meteor, so that's why people were like, what is that? Is that an alien? It was moving way too slow, and it stopped, and then all of a sudden this light shot up. And it was like this it's almost like this pyramid kind of like came out of it, and it formed like a pyramid. What was that? That was a doorway. Spiritual doors open. Spiritual doors open all the time. Sometimes we have doors in our own home, but they genuinely bring very heavy energy, very dark energy, very negative energy. And this door that opened, one, it says that it's a divine message. It's gonna bring a lot of good things to Latino America, but it also opens a portal that's gonna last for a long time. That's gonna last again within those 10 years. It opened this portal of the weather's gonna be extremely, extremely destructive. Tsunamis, storms, floods, hurricanes, fire, all that doorway that opened brought an imbalance in all the elements: earth, water, fire, air. That portal that opened brought a lot of heavy energy and an imbalance. So that means everything's gonna be in balance, which means no water, no food, no good quality air to breathe. Worse than where we're at right now. Just it's a very heavy. What they told me to tell the world, though, what they said when they said warn them, they said tell them to start saving food, tell them to start putting food away, tell them to start having a reserve of water, tell them to prepare themselves for what is coming. And that's the message, you guys. But more than, and as well, another thing that this energy brings, it also brings earthquakes. It also brings massive earthquakes as well. Massive earthquakes. Again, one thing that somebody asked me, when do you see a strong earthquake in the US? As of the end of March to June, July, there's going to be strong earthquakes or a strong earthquake in between those months. But I do see a really strong earthquake, 6.6, maybe 7. Again, there's still this really heavy earthquake that hasn't happened. And my predictions, I've noticed, and I've something that I've learned is that they go within the next 3 years. It's within the 3 years time span of when I first said it, and I've come to realize that, because sometimes I didn't know this. Like I said, I'm learning new things. I'm always learning my gifts. I'm always learning what I can do and things like that. But that's a heavy message, and I had already told you that they had told me to tell my family to start doing this, and if they told me to tell my family, it's because something big was coming, and now I realize what it is. Yes, we do need to pray. All this hate, all this anger, all this. We go on TikTok, and everybody's just hating on each other. We go on TikTok, everyone brings race, hate towards racism. It's just we go on all social media, and it's like all racism, all hate crimes. There's so much hate in the world. We're so unbalanced. And again, remember what I said last year, for those who did watch my videos from last year. I said nature is going to remind us that we're human, and that's coming up again. Nature is going to remind us that we're human, and that we need to stay in our place, that we're here to protect the world, not destroy it. And we've been doing the opposite. Nature is going to remind us that we're human and that we should be more united. But anyways, I kind of just broke off on that. Oh, and there's more political deaths. There's another political death. Generally, I like to come on here and just share all this stuff with you. But anyways, let's get started with the yes, we can't be selfish. That's one thing that we can't be. And it makes sense to me as well, because again, for those who know my story, is they know that I didn't do this for my entire life. Like, this isn't something that my family believed in. I had a huge revelation. And then the interesting thing, they kept me quiet till last year of November 2019. They kept me quiet. They didn't want me to say anything. They didn't want me to tell people my visions or nothing like that. And I know I can be wrong sometimes. I'll be honest. I know I make mistakes. The prediction is never wrong, but we can definitely decipher it wrong. We can definitely misinterpret it. Sometimes things are very, very literal. Sometimes things are very more symbolic. And I know I can make mistakes as well, because I'm honest with you guys. I definitely am able to admit that I'm not perfect. That I'm still like understanding everything. Like, I just learned that my predictions can take up to the next between 3 years. Generally, that's what I've noticed. It's like when I see something, it's between those next 3 years. And it makes sense, because I do work with the number 3 very often as well. And look at that, the number 3, the number 3 just popped up as well here. I just realized I'm holding the number 3, the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. But these these visions are not to scare you. They're just messages. It's more to prepare you. It's more to be prepared. Again, what happened to Texas is going to happen, and it's going to happen much worse. There's a change in nature. There's a change in our weather that we're seeing a dramatic change as of now, like we've never seen before, and it's not going to stop anytime soon until we get a hold of it. But that's really the vision. That's really the message that I had for you guys. And I'm probably gonna make a separate video just talking about this specifically. Why? Because like this is something that's so big, and I really want to put it out there and tell people to prepare themselves. When they tell me tell them, is because it's not if ands or buts. It's gonna happen. It's a prophecy. And I know there's a moon that's coming. That's called the blood moon, and that blood moon is that it's gonna bring blood. It's gonna bring it's gonna bring a really intense energy, destructive. There's gonna be a huge catastrophe, and it's gonna take a lot of lives because of this energy that moon brings. But anyways, you guys, I don't want to scare you guys. Thank you guys for those who follow me. Thank you so much for following me. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, and thank you for tuning in, you guys. I know I got on a little bit later, but let's see. Also, you guys, for those, I do want to talk about Bitcoin. I don't know if I can get in trouble for talking about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, if you do want to invest in Bitcoin, it's gonna continue growing for another 2 years. But then, after those 2 years, I don't see it moving anymore. I see a lot of complications with Bitcoin. It's more like it's stable and something else surpasses it. So just if you're thinking, somebody asked me about Bitcoin the other day, and I stayed thinking about it, and like I realized that yeah, 2 years is really, there's another 2 years of growth, and then it's gonna slow down. Okay, Maritza. Today we're gonna do it a little bit different, you guys. Today we're gonna do the readings, the questions. Oh, Maritza, where you go? Hold on, I gotta pull Maritza back down. Maritza. Okay, so today we're gonna do the questions a little bit different. I'm only gonna pull out one card like this, and well, Maritza, this is your answer as well. Maritza, your answer is the justice. The justice tells you that yes, you are gonna have your dream job. It says that anything that you want to do, it's gonna happen for you. The justice generally comes in as this energy of you can achieve anything. Yeah, see, you have this energy as well, dominating, being someone very dominant when it comes to whatever you want. Today I'm just gonna do them really quick because I'm gonna be on here for like 10 minutes. I always say like, well, 5 to 10 minutes, because I am gonna get on all the other social medias. On TikTok, my internet hasn't been working, and I owe a lot of people who've sent currencies on TikTok their answers. So I'm gonna be focusing on just doing little videos answering those who sent a currency. And if you have a question, submit it in my TikTok in the Q&A, and that's gonna be like a new segment. I'm gonna be answering questions through there, and I'm gonna be posting videos answering your questions through there. But okay, Brittany Hernandez, what do I need to hear right now? Brittany Hernandez, what do you need to hear right now? Yours, I need to do it a little bit different. Okay. So, for you, Brittany, you have this card here that dominates you, the Empress. What you need to hear right now is that you can achieve anything. It's this energy of you kind of overthinking about something. It's this energy of like you don't know where you're at right now. It's like you have the Hangman, where you feel kind of like you feel kind of stuck. You feel kind of like you don't know where to go. It's this energy of you being in a good place and just not knowing where to go from there. Yeah. And it's also talking about relationships too. It's talking about being satisfied in relationships. Good things are coming to you relationship wise. Good things are coming to you. It's just this card here talks about anything that has to do with mother, daughter, work wise, job wise, business wise, and things like that. This card here dominates you, and it says you're gonna be doing very well in all those things. That if you're thinking that nothing's going on for you, you have a lot of success up ahead of you. You have a lot of success already, and you're not seeing it. Same thing with relationship. The relationship energy comes up, and it's generally just saying relationships are going to be going very well. Cesar Cava, I have been trouble sleeping. I feel something is watching me. Can you please tell me if I got a bad entity attached to me. Okay, so Cesar Cava says that he feels uncomfortable when he sleeps and that he feels like something's watching him. So one thing that I will tell you is that whenever you feel that, you have to pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel like you're in danger? Do you feel just uncomfortable? Sometimes it can just be regular spirits that are watching you. But when you feel scared, you're fearing for your life, that's more of a demonic energy. So let's see, Cesar. Yeah, for you, you do have a dark shadow that's there. You do have a spirit that's there and it's generally watching you. Let's see. It talks about it being more of a male figure. Yeah. So this male figure, so you have a spirit that passed away probably where you live or where you're yeah, where you live. It talks about it being more like that person was going through something. Could be more suicide as well, more of a suicide energy. But it does talk about that spirit that lived there and that it passed away there. I get the energy of suicide, to tell you the truth. I get the energy of suicide when it comes to this spirit. But yeah, something's there. It's not necessarily a demon. It's more of a spirit. It's more of a lost soul, and that's what it is. But you do have that energy that's kind of just watching you. Just kind of you're kind of in its space, and now you've taken hold. But what you can do, you can get rid of it. You can tell it to go. You can tell it to leave. That they don't no longer belong here. You can. What can you do? If you purchase, it's really hard to, because I know a lot of people don't like the fact that people use sage. Sage is really good if you know how to use it, but also I know that there's a lot of cultural thing when it comes to it. There's a lot of like cultural people that want a certain way to be purchased. You want to be more respectful when you purchase that. I generally like to use rosemary. Rosemary is really good. Rosemary is really good to clear and bring good energy as well. So that you can get it. They're really hard to find, but you can also get like the rosemary sticks, just like the sage, and you can use that. Oh, Palo Santo. Palo Santo is really good. I know a lot of people have a problem with that too, but people have a problem with everything nowadays. But Palo Santo is really good. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put a limon in your pocket, a lime in your pocket, and you're gonna take holy water, siete machos, or Florida water, and you're gonna rociar. You're gonna just like sprinkle your house or put it in a bottle and just spray your entire house, spray your room, and light the Palo Santo and tell it that it's time, it needs to go, that this is in a space. You're probably gonna feel, if you feel chills, it's because it doesn't want to leave, but you need to continue praying until those chills go away, and that's how you know it left. That's a good way to like get your space back. And then the limon that you have in your pocket, the reason you put a limon in your pocket is because that limon is going to collect anything negative that wants to attach to yourself or wants to do yourself. It kind of protects you. And then afterwards, you just cleanse yourself in the end. You wrap it in foil, do 7 crosses, wrap it in foil, and throw it away. Somebody sold Sonko says, my sister-in-law recently passed away suddenly. Did she cross over? Is she at peace? Please and thank you. Let's see. I have to do it specifically in this way, because this is more of like, I need to see the full story. Okay, so interesting because it says that she did cross over, but she's like more like in this energy comes up. She's being guided right now. She's like being walked through. It says that she's still transitioning. She's still going through like that process of transition. She did cross over. She hesitated for a bit, but she finally did cross over. She's still in her journey to making it through, to kind of purifying herself, to becoming pure again. It's like this journey that you go through the light, and it's like this journey that you go through to get to pretty much heaven. But yeah, she's currently in that journey. She's currently still going through that transition, but she did cross over. Claudia Hernandez, do you still see my baby being born? Let's see. The answer is yes. Right away you get the and you get you get the energy of the boy. It says that you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is that energy of a male figure. It's the boy. It says that yes, you are going to be having a boy. And this here says that it's actually very soon. This card here, that the Ace of Swords, it's like something that's already going to be given to you. It's like within like these next few months, you're going to be receiving it. I know a lot of people had a lot of delays due to the pandemic, due to like a lot of stress. Because if you have too much stress, it delays you from being able to get pregnant. It's like you're meant to get pregnant here, but it does delay you. Somebody asked me yesterday that if she was still gonna get pregnant in January, but coincidentally she's actually one of my clients who I'm actually helping, and I've only done one work on her, and I just did her limpia, so we still have work to do. It's like we still have work to do for her to be able to get pregnant, there is delays. I still see her getting pregnant this year though. But you as well, I still see you getting pregnant. I still see you having a baby boy, and it seems like it's gonna be just around the corner, to be honest. Estela Campos, my mom passed away 4 months ago. Does she have a message for me? Let's see. If you guys ask me about your loved one who passed away, make sure you put their name and date of birth to see if I can connect to them and call them. Okay. So you said, does she have a message? Okay. So hold on. I'm pulling out more cards because this is. So she does have a message. She has a very good message. It says that she. So you have this card right here, the card of the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is that card of a message. It's that card of her giving you something. It says that she left something for you, or that she gifted you something. And that's really what it's really bringing up. It says that something that she gave you, something that she gifted you, is to always keep it with yourself. It also says that she's always going to be with you, and she's one of those spirits who crossed over and came back more as your guardian angel, and now she's over you. She's seeing over you. She says she's going to be helping you out. So whenever you need her, to call on her. One thing that I always like to tell people is that when you have a past loved one, use them. They're like your weapon. They're like a way for you to be able to call on them. They're like a way for you to be able to. You have friends on the other side, is kind of like what I like to think about it. It's like you have friends on the other side. Whenever someone does something to you, like, ask for protection from your loved one, from the loved one that your mom, for instance, your mom is always going to respond to you. Your mom's always going to be there for you. If your mom passed away, and let's say someone's being bad to you, just be like, Mom, I need some protection. Please protect me from this thing. It's like just because religion teaches you to call on Archangel Michael and call on all these angels, doesn't mean you can't call on your past loved one, which they have already became someone who's very, very divine, someone who's already in their ranks up there in heaven, right? So you can call on them specifically as well. So that's one of the things that does come up. There's something that comes up for you, and it's talking about a baby. It's talking about I'm not exactly sure if she's telling you that you're going to be getting pregnant, or that I don't know what the baby has to do with, but I keep seeing something about a baby. But it's almost like if she's trying to tell you, like, oh, you're going to get pregnant soon or something like that. But I know you didn't ask about pregnancy, but it's like there's something about a baby. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what was your age, but there's something about a baby. It could be maybe she's overseeing. Again, she just comes in as she's going to be over you. She's going to be over you, but then she refers to also that the thing that she left for you, she left something for you. I want to say something. I don't know if you know that she left it yet, but it's something that comes up as like, I don't know. It also comes up as like you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is just yet. Like maybe a letter written, maybe something hidden. Because a letter comes to mind A letter comes to mind, like if she wrote you a letter or she put a letter away or something like that. But there's a letter also comes to mind when we're talking about her. But she does bring you messages. She just says that she's going to be over you. She's always going to be protecting you. And don't forget to call on her whenever you need her. And also when you feel her, just know that it is her. Karen, how will my new job go? So you have this card, Karen. You have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands tells you it's going to be a little bit problematic. You're going to have a lot of conflict. You're gonna have to stand your ground multiple times, but generally, it's still saying that it's going to be good. It still says that it's going to be a good job. It's going to be a little problematic. It tells you to watch out for the manager a little bit, but other than that, it does say that there's going to be a lot of conflict, but it's still going to be good to you. Maria Hernandez, are you on the right path professionally? In college, okay. So the answer is yes. You have this card here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Wherever what you're doing, it's gonna bring you it's gonna bring you great fortune. It's gonna bring you great success. That path that you're on is the right path because this here says you have so much success going down that path. It also talks about happiness. It talks about you being in a really good situation. But the Wheel of Fortune is a good card to have and to dominate you. It says you have a lot of success in this path. Trying to go. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I'm like, I hope it's not weird. I'm just staring into the screen. Okay, Cynthia Rocha would like to know if I'll be okay and if I'll get married this year. Okay. I am gonna, so right away, you already have the card yeah. I would say yes. Yeah, it came out. It says that you have celebration, you have marriage, you have commitment. So I would say yes, you are gonna get married. But let me look into it a little bit more, because this is more of like serious, like super serious questions like this. I definitely like to look into it more specifically. But yeah, you do have you do have the energy of marriage. Let's see. So you do have the energy of marriage, but you also have the energy of it might not happen this year, but you're still gonna get married. It's like you're most likely gonna be towards the end of the year or the beginning of next year. But that's generally the time that's coming up. And you are gonna be okay. There's this energy of you feeling stuck for some reason. Probably because you're overthinking it, you just don't know what to do. But I see you being okay. Now, I think more of the question that you want to ask is more of so I think if you're asking that question, I think what you want to know is like if this is like the right thing for you to do, should you go through with it? Because I do see some sort of like cold feet, like not knowing what to do, not like should you go through with it? It is an important decision, but you're overthinking it. You're doing a lot of overthinking. Try not to overthink it. Just let things flow. Let things happen whenever it needs to happen. Vanessa Rosales, should you try having babies this year? Should you try having babies this year? So you do have this card right here again. This card here is going to be a very positive card. This card here says that you have luck. You're very, how do I say, fertile? Not really sure how that works, but that's the thing that came to mind. You're very fertile. It's like you're ready. It's like you're there. It's like this thing represents your egg and it's just like ready to to be for it to, you know, for it to go to the next process. But yes, you could definitely start trying to get pregnant this year. It says you're gonna have a lot of luck with that. Um, yeah. Now and you said work, so you want to see work. Work comes out very complicated. You have the card of the devil. The card of the devil comes out, and it's generally like work. It's just a lot of complicated energy with work, whether you have a job or you're trying to get a job, or you're just having a lot of conflict there. But this energy is very dominant when it comes to your work life, and this here causes a lot of rapture, a lot of catastrophe, a lot of problems, a lot of hidden lies, a lot of betrayal. So definitely, this is what's dominating work for you. I someone did tell me that Jamie Ruelas. Someone did tell me that I've been meaning to look into it. I just don't. I I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Next week. Next week I'm gonna do a super chat, so you guys can for those who do wanna pay for their responses. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be the same thing. It's probably gonna replace this, or maybe I'll do one that and then so I'll do one here and then I honestly don't know how it works, but we'll figure it out and I'll try to do it next week. So next week I'll definitely be doing the super chat. I'm gonna look into it this week, and I've been trying to look into it, but I've been so bombarded with like my day job and like all this energy, because it's it's very it's very intense. Okay. Braden Campos, General. Braden, for you, you have this card here, the Tower. The Tower says you have a lot of envy, so definitely watch out for a lot of envy. But it also talks about dramatic changes, dramatic events, dramatic change is generally what's really coming up with this card. But it also tells you to watch out for envy. Envy is also this energy that can cause blockages. Whenever this card comes up, it comes up as a wall. And what do? You have to remove it. How do you remove it? You cleanse yourself from envy. A green line, cleansing yourself like with a green line, like how you would with an egg, will cleanse you from envy. Another way that you can cleanse yourself from envy is with a black, with those chile anchos, the black chilies, those really dry black chilies. You would want to rub it all over your body, but that's not gonna work. So what you do, te vas a enchilar. What you can do is you can wrap it in foil and then te lo pasas like that. But you do have this energy. You have a lot of change coming to you, dramatic change. Not really positive change, but not really negative change. Is more of a overwhelming change. I promise you guys that I will do a super chat next week. And you guys don't forget to like this video. Everybody who's watching, make sure to like. You guys like. And I'll continue doing this. I'm gonna answer one more, and then I'm gonna move towards I'm gonna do Instagram, because I'm not gonna do a TikTok live this week because my internet hasn't been working. But I am gonna be answering Q&As from TikTok for like about 10 minutes. But I'm gonna go on Instagram right after this. So you guys, let's answer one more and then let's move on to Instagram. If you guys can follow me, to Instagram, definitely I'll be waiting for you on Instagram. And if you can't, I'll just see you next weekend. Maria Vivar, is my husband embrujado? Right away, your husband gets this card right here. It's this card of he's wrapped with darkness. So I would say yes, because he does have some sort of brujeria, some sort of brujeria where it makes him stuck, where he has a lot of problems, especially financially is where it's coming from, which makes sense. With no matter with whatever kind of brujeria, it always brings this energy of like salación. Yeah, you can focus it specifically on that, but when you have something negative, it just draws in more negative energy. It just once the negative has you, it just draws in more and more and more. So yes, he does have some sort of brujeria, and it's affecting his finances. It's something that was sent to the home, so it's also affecting the home. Yeah, see, and it affects you too as well, because when you're married, and someone does something to the other, it affects the others because you become one energy. So let's say someone does brujeria on me, my spouse also feels it because we're connected. We become one energy when you get married. But yes, there is definitely brujeria inside the house. What I recommend you to do, you can either mop with a lot of ammonia, but you definitely don't want to be inside the house when you mop with this, and that'll cleanse the house. It's a very powerful cleanse, but it's very intense. Or you can do a little bit something a little bit different where you can also burn walk around with a white candle and take those like chiles de árbol, those really dry long chiles, and you're gonna burn them, and that smoke is gonna cleanse your home and cut all hexes, all brujeria in that sense. But and also cleanse yourself with an egg. Or you can also just take a white candle and just pass it over you and just draw in more light to cut this energy so it won't affect you, and then light it inside your house. But anyways, you guys, I do have to get going. If you guys can follow me to Instagram, I haven't been on Instagram in a while. The numbers on the address, I'm still meaning to do that. I'm still meaning to do that video. I promise I will put it up sometime this week, the numbers on the address. But if I see your address in the Instagram live, I'll definitely explain it to you. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. Everything is in the description below. I'm going to be opening the store. I'm trying to plan to open the store because I'm trying to move more to like a bi-weekly thing next week on Friday, and full restock of everything. We're still working on packages on everything that already sold. So if you're waiting for a package, don't worry. We're working on it. We're going to be shipping it out. Once we ship it out, it takes about 2 days to arrive. What else? If I owe you a picture check, I'm still going to do it. I haven't messaged the new picture checks. I just finished the old ones. The last week's, what else? Also follow Raphaelsinsights / Ask Raphaelsinsights on Facebook, you guys. That's another place where you guys can submit your questions and I'll answer. Definitely, I give you a lot of places where you can submit your questions whenever you need to. Not everyone gets an answer, but definitely it gives you options and raises your chance of getting an answer. But definitely, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for everybody that tunes in to watch me. And I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. And remember, I do have a merch store. It's the merch store is also in the description below. It's in that link where all my social medias are at. So definitely check that out, you guys. I will be trying to come up with new merch. I just have to find the time to just put some new merch together. But thank you guys so much for everything. I'll see you guys next time. Private readings, they go up at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time is when they go up. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on Instagram. And then if you see my videos on TikTok, like them, comment. And yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys next week. And bye.